Hopefully the sheep and zombies are off doing what they do best, which is to be non-productive. Y'all notice I don't have the intro. I have other content that's going to be dropping right now. It's sitting in the clouds. So the content, I just noticed something. The content is going to be dropping about 6 p.m. Central Time. Y'all hear background noise. It's probably why individuals have studios separate from the house, right? And y'all see the title, basically. So what about the root and underlying issues? That's the Q&A for today. And predominantly, like the individuals who are predominantly in the YouTube streets, they're just here for one thing and one thing only. It's not for self-improvement. It's not for real economics. It's not for real economic development and or growth. It's not for self-care. It's definitely not for mental health. Even though that's what they spill, it's definitely not for mental health. And we're not speaking about all. We're speaking about probably majority, which is why they should probably stick to celebrity reporting. And this is not a jab at anyone. I'm just saying. They're not here to help you, not even to help you, to explain to you the real definition of generational wealth, nor gentrification. Individuals think that they can just like throw out words, no different from how they throw out DSM words or words that could be found in a DSM. And y'all notice that I am really taking my time here. I don't want it to be too much settled language. So no differently from how they overuse the word narcissism. What's another word that they use? Y'all should know. Y'all should know better than me because I don't even click on those type of videos. Basically, I do click on videos that help me get a better understanding as to how people think. Not even think, just to like how did we get here? And maybe we should just stop saying we. How did the plantations get to the point to where they're at, basically? And that's the difference between plantations and communities. Root underlying issues, that is not the focal point, but that is one example of a solution-based approach, is what we call it. I'm going to just be jotting down some notes. All individuals are concerned about is probably 9 times out of 10 living well beyond their means, because obviously the moment that individuals figured out there were ways for them to be monetized, and once again, we're not speaking about all individuals. We're speaking about the clowns and the Jezebels who like to come in the YouTube streets in order to disturb and disrupt real progress. Real progress, this isn't real progress. It takes energy and it requires energy to speak. Real progress is getting out on the ground, performing real outreach, making a difference in the universe, not just sitting up here just like begging for donations. That's not progress. And that's not how individuals get to a point in their lives to where they seek and or desire genuine and organic change for themselves. And genuine change is innate. Individuals can provide you with all the tools and resources in the world, you guys. And it's still up to individuals it's still up to the people to decide how they're going to put certain plans into locomotion, how they're going to develop their own blue and or pink print, and each of us will have our own, basically. I've reached my maximum. People used to be like, oh, Envy, don't say that. It's the truth. I've reached my maximum, but it doesn't stop me or prevent me from having short or long term goals. So I named this video root and what about the root and underlying issues, because we already know that the plantations are going, we say that to separate them from communities or whatever. You can have different types of communities. All communities will not be developed and or built nor operate or be maintained exactly the same, and that's perfectly okay. But when it comes to the plantations, they feel as though they can call for cancel culture, want individuals to be banned from platforms or whatever. That's because they cannot compete with intellect, basically. But intellect is not competing with them, because there's no way, if you have the ability to think or approach any given type of situation using and or applying rationale, reasoning, logic, and basic common sense, how can you compete against individuals who are lazy? How can you compete against individuals who do not have any real talents? Make it make sense. So it'll be that's ideal for the clowns. We're just gonna start calling them sheep, zombies, clowns, Jezebels, grass monkey, gremlins, grass monkey minstrels. Okay, because that made the gremlins look good, and the gremlins are quite more hilarious than what I see in the fucked up parts of the YouTube streets. And I never thought it'd get to this day, you guys, because as I've told you in other episodes, YouTube used to be a place to where individuals could just like hang out, underground, share poetry, share music, share how they're able to actually use instruments, basically, and then share like how they know how to knit and fix on cars and stuff like that. So that seems boring, but those type of individuals, they have a high viewership despite not being so toxic. And yeah, I get on here and I'll be going hammer for a reason. What would you do if you we don't play victimization, but we do encourage individuals how to semi-protect themselves when you have bad operators behind certain type of databases and computers. They have the entire universe. We're not going to say in the palm of their hands or whatever, because for every action there is a reaction, basically, and every action is counterintelligence. That reaction is war, okay? And it doesn't require physical combat all the time. That reaction is to fight fire with fire. That reaction is eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. That reaction is don't tread on me. And that's the slogan, you guys, okay? So it's not don't tread on me. It don't tread on the American people, and that's you. So it's a lot of black people in these YouTube streets because they know we're going to hold their feet to the ultimate fire. And if it doesn't apply, just let it fly and stay engaging in, doing your celebrity reporting, and just stay away from the hot topics. The hot topics are, is it mental illness or is it jealousy and envy? Is it mental illness or is the underlying root drugs? And you have individuals who are functional addicts. Those individuals will generally sit up there. They don't feel as though that the government or the American people have to support their habits. I ain't gonna say habit, habitual users. And then you had the addicts who feel as though they can go around robbing and stealing from government employees, former and or current, stealing from the taxpayers. Because if you steal from any source, any source, you're stealing from the American people. And that's what the black people, they try to twist the narratives, be like, oh, it's gender wars or whatever. I use Robert Perkins as a perfect example, a mock case study, basically, and without prying into individuals' personal or private lives, because doxing is illegal. And what I think people should start doing to YouTubers, suing them. And if you don't know how to sue individuals, go into the court. There's like law libraries like everywhere. If you have law libraries in a penitentiary, you have law libraries all around 50 states. Well, I hope you guys have them, because we do in the great state of Texas. So, Robert Perkins, I'm gonna call him Team Rob, and do not go fucking with people either, or whatever. He said he's B1, B2, and B3, and I'm like, okay, I'm just American. I mean, that's all I can be. I'm just American. Individuals are so cruel, you guys, because I'm thinking I'll sit up there and just, share history with people, whatever. That's why I be like, oh, your kin ain't your skin. Because you got black people that going around calling other people, oh, they're black. Some people are not black. They might look black to the naked eyes. But that's how the eyes can sometimes play tricks on you. And that's why before individuals even like went to other people's panels, the way that people were doing when I'm sitting up there showing pictures of my family and everybody, people just freaked out. Like I'm just like it is so they're getting triggered by people's history. I'm like, girl, girl, I got everything underneath the sun. I'm from the South or whatever. Like, there's no telling what we all have. We know for sure it's the Irish blood. We know that for sure. Okay, there's no getting around that. American Indian, French, all kind of stuff. Well, I'm not finna just keep on like Hispanic, like everything underneath the stars, sun, and moons, and know that it's not the ultimate reason why individuals are not indoctrinated. Because well before people start procreating, we can't control what happened before us or whatever. But like some black people in the YouTube streets like took it personal. Like it's okay, and I'm not saying Team Rob did it, but it's okay to be B1, B2, and B3 or whatever, and it's also okay for individuals to take their penny wealth, take their monies, take their resources, take their tools or whatever, and they can develop and build and grow, and they can basically isolate themselves not from all of society or whatever, but they can sit up there and just really just like concentrate on economic development, self-improvement, self-growth, and all that other good stuff. But Team Rob said he's B1, B2, and B3. He's going to be used for the case study for IVD, basically. All right, and if you don't know what IVD is, then do what you do best. Google it. Me, myself, and I don't have to Google anything. I personally, as an interviewer, I like individuals to tell, not me, tell the camera a little bit about themselves without going prying. See, that's what the problem is. Individuals think because you can't go prying into people's lives like that. So, because whatever comes out whatever occurs in the dark will come to light, basically. And there's another story floating around YouTube. This boy have a foot fetish and stuff. Why do you care? And I'm pretty sure it goes deeper than that. He's getting paid for sex and getting paid to do weird stuff and getting paid to use racial slurs or whatever. Look, you guys, y'all are doing the most in the YouTube streets. So Robert Perkins, he's gonna be used for IVD. As you guys know, he has children, and how many I am not sure. I think he's working on trying to outcompete Nick Cannon at this point in time. His face, I don't know. I don't know or whatever. And I'm pretty sure he has to deal with real child support or whatever. That's why I was like, Tamara, what make you feel or what make you think or believe that the government can lay down with your baby mothers or baby mamas? The government didn't, do X, Y, and Z or whatever. And if there's any type of laws that are not being followed and or adhered to in you know what I'm saying, South Carolina, I think it's South Carolina. I get North and South confused, then that's an issue that men, because individuals can form coalitions in their state. And when I say a coalition, it does not mean we're going to sit up there and do what they do to the judges. That is not legal at all. You cannot just sit up there and bully judges. That's what the issues are right now. They think they could just bully judges into submission, into getting the order that they want to get, and they're like, it didn't work out well. Let's just put it like that. Let's just put it like that. So then you have the manosphere, and it's not all of them, you guys, but they have been infiltrated, and not by the government. They have been infiltrated by their own kind, basically some cloud chasers and some clowns who like to degrade and speak about women and speak about what size a woman should wear in a dress. Like I told you, clowns, a size 2 is borderline anorexic unless individuals are naturally thin. But I'm from the South. We don't want to be thin like that. We want our cornbread, our ham hocks, our chitlins, in moderation, of course, or whatever. And had individuals even, they like to talk about people who eat chitlins. Chitlins is, first of all, it's not cheap to buy. Second of all, that doesn't matter or whatever, because people are like, ew, gross, is this, is that. We know exactly what it is, and we also believe on saving no scraps, basically. So anyone who's come from the hood or whatever, let me know what you think about that. So we'll eat the whole chicken. We're gonna eat the whole pig, just like they do in Hawaii or whatever. They're gonna roast that entire pig, put it in those banana leaves, and there you have an entire meal to speed. I'm gonna say to feed a village, to feed a village. And right now, while I'm talking, y'all can obviously know that I'm thinking about something as I'm talking. So that's why I'm kind of like grinning and stuff like this, because it's so much bullshit, fuckery, debauchery, toxicity in these YouTube streets. And I never thought that it would get like this. I always thought it would be a place where people could sit up there, share knowledge, sit up here and turn up. You know, when it comes to music or entertainment, I'll be like, oh, what did you watch today? Or whatever, you know, just like stuff like that. Okay, so you had a management that's been infiltrated. These clowns, absolutely. Look, woman, they hate women. It's not your fault. I don't even know what to tell you at this point in time in space. Just stay away from it. Prep, pray, and stay out of the way. And I got that from Colonel Potter. Just stay out the way. Just stay out of the way or whatever. There's no need to just keep on. Yes, y'all will see me be animated. There's no need to just like waste your energy like that or whatever. And it, like I said, it's a lot of good guys out here, no matter the color and or creed. But you cannot just I'm in this room. That's because I am taken. There are men out there in this universe or whatever, and they're not all full of crap. They are not all liars. They're not all cheating clowns. They're not all pigs. They're not all misogynistic or whatever. They're not all sheep and zombies or whatever, because you do have guys out here who can actually think as well. Obviously, we wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, engineers and developers and all that good stuff underneath the sun. We wouldn't have medical doctors. We wouldn't have first responders. We wouldn't have individuals who are doing their fucking very best in the government. Look, I don't know how many competent individuals there are, but there are enough to sit up there and just go head to head like that. Whether they're going head to head with DC, head to head with pedophiles, head to head with. They really don't go head to head with the pedophiles, y'all. I told y'all what they do to them. Okay. No, when it comes to base soldiers, they do not fuck around when it comes. And some people might slip up and do bullshit because that's the first thing that black people like to do. You see what this soldier did? You see what people should not be on TikTok trying to destroy people's lives or embarrassing them in front of millions of people. That is absolutely ludicrous or whatever. And no, I'm not going to cover that story. You guys can cover that story because it's individuals like you that help, you know, give these fucking Jezebels the ammo, the feel as though they could just sit up there and embarrass people in front of millions of people. I don't care if individuals are celebrities. You have no reason to be spreading rumors about individuals, especially without concrete evidence. I would never want any of you jackasses sitting on any type of like. You can't even be a part of the jury selection. And speaking of jury selection, someone used the word someone used the word revise. Revision is when you have to like revise a paper. Recuse is when an attorney have to recuse themselves or a judge have to recuse themselves. Okay. Well, that we have gotten that out of the way. Okay, you guys. Hey, you might hear the chair squeak just a little bit. I think I need some WD-40 because I really haven't been using this chair in quite some time, as you guys already know this. But yeah, what's going on in the YouTube streets is absolutely astronomical, and I'm just like trying to wrap my little finger around it. I was like, I never thought YouTube would even get to this point. Will YouTube bounce back? We're not sure. I mean, look at Twitter. Twitter is like the cesspool of like it's the ultimate cesspool of debauchery. You cannot find any interesting conversations truly going on Twitter because they have truly just like banned like all of the free thinkers. So you just like you make your own conclusion or derive at your own conclusion. And if you don't know okay, let me use this as an example. You know how you have like smart kids in class, whatever, but then you have the clowns in the class and they not only not want to learn. They don't want you to learn either. So they're always disrupting the class, whatever. So Twitter is like, that's what Twitter is for right now. YouTube is a combination of a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or whatever. Then you have OnlyFans. That's where they thought it out and they do weird shit in order to get money. And then they say, I'm finna get flown out to Dubai or whatever. Now, let me stop using Dubai. Dubai is probably like, stop just keep saying that's the only thing that people do in Dubai. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful. I've never been there and no, I never want to go. Yeah, so you have OnlyFans. People like, what's OnlyFans? It's like a motherfucking mid grade. You know, you have gas, you mid grade of motherfucking like Backpage or something. When I say mid, I mean absolutely mid grade, low IQ, that kind of stuff. And that's on OnlyFans. And no, I have not been there, or whatever. If I went on there, I'd probably do ASMR, whatever. You might see a foot or something. You're not going to see people dropping it like it's hot or twerking, okay? So now that we got that out of the way or whatever, why don't this is what I'm trying to understand. If these prostitutes and they're when I say prostitute, we're not speaking about high profile. You know how that white lady had the book and she could tell you everybody that used her services when there was in DC. We don't care about that type of stuff anymore. That's what you should up there. We're trying. If it doesn't affect people, we truly don't give a fuck who's fucking sucking, doing whatever, doing the absolute most. But why don't the whores, the Jezebels, why don't they all kick it on OnlyFans? Why don't they just leave YouTube alone, stop flagging people channels? Why can't these whores develop their own plantations and call it like the whorehouse or something? Make it like a mini bunny ranch on OnlyFans. That way they can stop sitting up here and trying to come to the YouTube street saying, we want to discuss mental health. First, you hoes got to discuss how your high risk lifestyles, promiscuity, unnecessarily. And we all been young before. Like there's nobody. Well, it's a few people, probably like a few little apples that can say, "Look, we never were buck wild in college. We never were buck wild in school. We never were buck." Look, at some point in time and space, you have to grow up. You have to grow up or whatever, and that cannot be taught to people. Like people be like, "I think we're gonna talk to the prostitutes." Never will I ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are people who want to mentor the whores, and I am not that person. I mean, there's entirely too many things going on, and you got to think when you're dealing with these products, they're not high profile, y'all. They play victimization. They're the number one narcissistic flying monkeys who are motherfucking. What else are they? How else can they be categorized? Very manipulative. They'll give you a sob story. Well, I gotta buy us the baby some milk. Let me seize the baby. Girl, there ain't no baby in that bed. That's an empty cart. That's an empty stroller. Stop playing with my emotions. Make it make sense, you guys. Can no tell individuals who are not only based, but individuals who are well versed about how to, you know what I'm saying, get a husband or get a boyfriend or what? Stop playing. But that's exactly what's going on. And then you got the little pimps, don't want to be pimps or the old pimps. Must be pimps because I would think if you've been pimping since 1970, you would have got it together, darlings, and you would have been able to retire. But no, so those are the clowns, and those they call themselves alphas, real alphas, darlings. I've seen real alphas, and the real alphas I see, majority of them are either in or out of uniform. Real alphas do not rape women. Real alphas do not sit up there and try to degrade a woman. If a woman's gonna do whatever, whether she's sucking something or whatever, they're Tim Taylor. And I say Tim Taylor, the tool guy, Two Man Taylor. I don't forgot the little thing. I used to watch Home Improvement. That show was so hilarious. I just saw something flash across. I get distracted sometimes, y'all, especially on Wacky Wednesday, because y'all know that's my goofiest. I can't wait till Wednesdays come, because I say I'm going to be so goofy. But I don't want to be serious for a moment. Oh, Tim the Two Man Taylor. All right, I got it. I think that's it. All right, let's get back into it, y'all. So can't no mid-grade prostitute can no mid-grade prostitute tell individuals, oh, this is what I think about mental health. First, y'all need some real tough and heavy. I don't even know if counseling at this point in time and space will even work for these whores. When it comes to the Jezebel spirit, God don't even try to fake this shit. God be like, I'm not taking that wheel. You know, people, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus be like, I don't want that wheel. First, you have to repent. And once you repent, you can't be repenting every day. I mean, I curse like I said. I be like, oh, grandma and God, please. I don't even be like that. I just be like, look, you know I'm finna curse today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Other people be like, oh, I done stole somebody's car. Oh, please. Oh, I'm glad I got away. Oh, I done stole. Be praying because they got away with crimes. And so I done misused people's social security numbers and hit the government up for 90,000. You didn't hit the government up. You hit people up. And that was people's paychecks. Make it make sense, y'all. That's why I tell you guys, step back. White people, Latinos, Asians, Filipinos, Vietnamese, Chinese. It's just everybody just step back, step back, step back. Because sometimes you got to deal with your own. You got to deal with your own. Because if we can't, well, the white man probably like, eyes tired. Look at Joe Biden. He's sleeping. He like, eyes tired. Ain't no EOs. He like, what's the EO? That's why whores and these Jezebels who have very low IQ need to stay in their lanes. We don't care what their lanes are, whether it's whoring, selling your pussy or whatever, doing whatever you have to do in order to make it to support any type of habit that you have. Individuals could care less. And sometimes as advocates, you have to be hands off like that in order to get to the solutions, in order to provide individuals who truly want to pick themselves out of the rut. Root underlying issues. There was an incident that happened in New Orleans, and I was waiting for individuals. Not too many people have bitten the bait, and it's not bait. Not too many people have jumped on the story. It's so far 2 people who've jumped on the story. I know one person is going to deliver it and probably bring it home in that 7 minutes that he's always speaking in Houston. And the other individual just shot an entire news clip or whatever, because that's why a lot of nonprofits are different. I don't know how you run your 501c3 if you have one, but if you did, why would you have to create GoFundMe's? I'm just begging the questions and asking. And why would you have to sit up there and do Cash App if you have a nonprofit, or is the money really going back to your whatever it is that you're running over there? Because individuals do not care, whatever. And I'm just begging a question. And that's why a lot of things do not get done when you have black people say, we run a nonprofit, you run a nonprofit, let me see your papers. They say, huh? Let me see the accounting. Now I don't want to see that you're constantly paying yourself. I want to see if you're actually giving back. I want to see if you give back when it's time for somebody. Do y'all help people pay their electricity bills? Do you help them pay their water bills? Do you help them pay portions of their rent? Because I know that when it comes to other groups in other cultures, they can sit up there and show you their books, and they can show you how they give back to the American people when and if they hit a bumpy road. And I'll wait. So I know I don't have any plans so far at this point in time and space to start or create a 501c, but I know if I did, it will go directly back to the people. I'm not going to be all flashy with the Rolex. Hey, Dacry Wilson in Dallas, $300,000 lick boy. I guess he said the consumers and the big banks can eat that, and that big bank had to write a check that the ads could actually cash. And that's why y'all don't hear me no longer speak about certain stuff that you might hear your boy Swacken speak about. So you won't be seeing people flashing, being all flashy and stuff like that. They'll actually give back to impoverished populations. Individuals ain't waiting on no 501c. Individuals were giving back up until this stupid hiccup, DC. Told you, giving back to the band little boys, bands, football teams. Because you know some teams, they're better equipped You understand? Because their parents probably pay their taxes and pay higher taxes in order for the school to be able to support the team. Individuals feed the homeless. We don't need no cameras, y'all. We don't need WWL. Don't ever, ever, ever take footage of me without my permission again. Thank you, sir. People actually give back. People are not able to do turkey and ham drives like the rich people do it, but individuals actually give back. And you don't wait for change, New Orleans. You create that change. You don't wait for change, New Orleans. You be that change. Mahomes like that. Concentrate on a field of dreams, boy. His wife probably like, yeah, people know who Mahomes is. I've never met the guy. I don't want to meet him because he needs to concentrate on that field, boy. And you need to tether it down just a little bit before they be calling you, oh yeah, white girl can't sit down in. They don't get it. They don't get that. If it would have been a Orleans, so you sit up there with everybody, people would have just been like, raised or people turn up out there. You're in a different atmosphere, girl. Calm down. And she can't see me, y'all. This channel is not that big. If I was on Twitter, she'd be able to see. I'd be like, girl. Roll some of that beautiful thing footage. And he had a nice run his first season too, and we know people are gonna hate on him and Burrows. Basically, I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. Not even necessarily hate, but like the fan, like not his fans, but other people's fans coming from other times. Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all don't want nobody to do nothing. They not from New Orleans. I don't know where he's from because I never asked him. Let's get back to the thing. Oh, Holmes. It's a small world, you guys. Yeah, okay, so hey, New Orleans. Now, I know the little people know who we be, which is a good thing, too. I told you, it just does something to your heartstrings or whatever, and sometimes individuals have to be on a hiatus and take a break or whatever, but we will be back. Are y'all gonna be back with the cameras? No, we're gonna do what Kobe did, pull up with no cameras. Okay? But the little ones still take their pictures and do all kind of stuff, whatever, create a little memory book or whatever. We got some track stars coming out of New Orleans. Hopefully they stuck with the program. See, if we wouldn't have been going to this hiccup, I'm able to sit up there and track and keep up with individuals' progress. The time will allow me to do that. But we will be back, New Orleans. Hurry up. Take them both. That'll be the ideal thing to do. It's like individuals be talking all that stuff, whatever. And where the individuals have to bury little infants in New Orleans because their family don't have no plots. This baby sitting in the grave, y'all. I don't know who the babies is. My auntie just sit up there, she'll be everybody. Give me a second. I don't like that. Okay, let's close that real quick. And it's a huge deal. Some people just want, the media knows what people do. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science. It's not too much things that they can do sitting up in wherever they sit at, because I know it can be very boring inside. You don't always have to shove cameras in people's faces to say, see, I runs the news profit. See, I do this. I see. If anything, you'll just see the kids throwing up the ones in New Orleans. One. And we know it was going to get like this, and I say this for the simple fact, that's why I tell the white piss, have a seat or whatever. Mainstream, the real mainstream, not MSNBC and nothing but crap. Excuse me, nothing but crap, because you're low key 50-50. Yeah, all right. ABC all about crap. Have a seat. We don't need you. When it comes to when it comes to real journalism, there are different levels to this. And keeping in mind, real journalists are gonna hold anybody's feet to the fire, I would think, or at least that's what they used to do back in the day. But I'm sitting up there like, yeah, have a seat. Real journalists have never seen any bullshit, fuckery, debauchery, pure buffoonery like this. And it generally comes from your own kind. And it's always been like this, y'all. That's why people were prepared. That's why I was like, nah, we not finna go to the Capitol. Yes, I've been there. Nah, we not about to sit up there and be banging on DC walls or whatever. Nah, we about to tackle this on the ground. That's where it started from, on the ground, and that's where it shall end, on the ground. People are like, well, what does that mean? Because when individuals came into YouTube streets, we already know who were going to be the first individuals to start laughing and chopping up narratives and stories and taking the scripts and just spreading them this way, that way, spreading them thin to where they try to distort the message. Oh, it's a gender war. Oh, is it really? Because last time I checked, black men and black women love each other. That's called black love. Not BLM. No, it's black love. And I personally believe all lives matter. Not that our black lives do not matter, but I personally believe all lives matter, especially when it comes to the Constitution. Code of law, Bill of Rights, federal rules, regulations, guidelines, administration, business, men or women. We know business women. They not sitting up here stunting on IG and doing the most or whatever, because they know what it feels to not have, and they also know what it feels to have, and they know that they do not want to go back to not having, so they budget their money and finances, man, and they make real investments, man. Not only do they invest in their businesses, they reinvest in themselves, man, and save for rainy days. Colonel Potter went camping. He should be back now, y'all. He ain't gonna be back here. And that's what life is all about or whatever. People should be able to age in grace, kick their feet up, not have to keep worrying about coming out of retirement. Not that you can, sir, because he's old. Well, he's young old. How can I say that, y'all? I don't like to call people, oh, you old, unless I'm really just saying old geezers to these clowns in the YouTube streets. He's sitting up there thinking they something like a pimp. Get off the gas. Yeah, I was gonna go on the RV. Colonel Prada said, "No, we gonna a tent, sir." I was gonna go in an RV with my boss, my old boss, but he's resting in peace. But that's what it's all about. People should be able to age with grace, kick their feet up, not have to worry about the bullshit that they see or whatever, and make it feel as though they dropped the ball. No matter the color and or creed or whatever. This is some pure fuckery, y'all. And individuals think they'll gloat, like they'll gloat when people get quote unquote canceled, but you can't cancel anything that you do not subscribe to. They'll gloat when individuals, you know what I'm saying, get deplatformed. They'll gloat or whatever, but you know what it hurts? It's gonna hurt them at the end. It hurts them at the end. We've been here before. History, bad and or good, it's replaying itself. So those who are not necessarily all they're like-minded, but they don't have to combine their communities together. They each have their own little village, own little tribe, and that's the great part about nationalism. They don't all look alike. They black, all kind of people have their own little tribe and culture and everything else going, and they're still able to practice civic discourse. Some might have a social disconnect or whatever, but they can still practice civic discourse, and they don't expect, just don't tread on us and we won't tread on you, basically. And that's the good approach to have. And I'm saying this to say this because it's a lot of things that black people could have learned from not only other black people, but it's a lot of things that black people could have learned from individuals who were insiders and individuals who are insiders. It's a lot that could have been learned, but instead they chose to turn it into artificial gender wars. So now they cannot tell me anything about no COINTELPRO and Operation Mockingbird, all the other good stuff or whatever, because y'all are now worse than the FTC. You're worse than the Federal Reserve. Oh, I'm FTC. Like, no, we trying to do. Scratch that. You're worse than the Federal Reserve. You're worse than the IRS. Well, not really, but I'm just saying you make other, you know what I'm saying, entities look good, and the IRS is not a part of the government. So that's a fun fact for you sheep and zombies to learn. You make the big banks look good. The big banks like shit. We didn't start this shit. This go around this technical fucking difficulty. I mean, not the technical hiccups. We didn't start this shit. I don't like dark crypto. I don't like dark crypto. Sam, I am. I don't like dark crypto. Green eggs and ham. Now they trying to cancel Dr. Seuss. It's no wonder y'all motherfuckers can't READ. But they're good at trying to tell your ass off until you tell them something good. Y'all know that song, Black People? Tell them something good. Yeah, okay. It's a wonder y'all motherfuckers can't read. You trying to cancel Dr. Seuss or whatever, but the books that help, you know what I'm saying, little people read back in the day. But they wouldn't dare cancel themselves. And people ask how we end up with what's that, what's his name? Hank out of Georgia? Cause motherfuckers can't READ, but they're voting. Talking about we don't think people need voter ID. Look, at this point in time and space, we think we need to bring literacy back. How's that? And then now they speaking about Common Core. They're about to start speaking about it again or whatever. You no longer have Common Core or whatever, but whatever you have, be grateful, and you're going to be stuck whatever you begged for, basically. And that's how teachers going to start approaching stuff too. And now, you guys, this going to be a different year. They're going to see that they're probably already lost their qualified educators. They probably lost their qualified educators. Look at Detroit. Look at certain parts of Louisiana, and look at certain parts of you can look at certain parts of Georgia. What other parts can we look at, you guys? Look at Chicago. And they're all going to have one common denominator: fatherless America. The youth have nothing to look up to anymore, y'all. And the little things that they do have to look up to, these are the individuals that they try to, when I say that, I'm talking about clowns who have never given back to Black communities. They like to sit up there and talk about this and talk about that and talk about this and talk about that, but what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Not only to make themselves better, but to make the world a better place. And no, America is not going to be perfect. We're past that point. We're past that point. Ask them, what have they done? They probably be able to tell you or name something they did 2 times out the year. What about motherfuckers who have put in blood, sweat, tears, the grit 24/7 for over 10, 15, 20 years? Just ask, what have they done? Negative.com. Adios. What have they done? So let's get back to it. Rob, he's going to be the candidate for IVD mock case study, because we're not going into individuals' real files. Manosphere, and even if we could, we wouldn't, because that would not be ethical, okay? It will not be ethical because you're not our client. Manosphere that have been infiltrated by the blue pills is what we're going to call these gammas, is what I call them. Stay away from based women. People keep coming in and out. Stay away from based women. And now individuals who are women are not going to submit to blue pill jackasses and morons who fake believe that they can force a woman to be submissive, force a woman to probably bite their dicks off or put hot. I wish I was still having hot sauce up here. Put hot sauce down their motherfucking penis holes. How about that? And that's the way we're rocking in 2022. And that's the way we rocked in the 1900s as well. And then people be thinking, I keep on telling Mr. Lee, oh, it's Hammock. Boy, your name, no, it's Hammond. Your name is something. Be like, would y'all really? Yes, we really would knock the kneecaps off, basically. So, move clowns and get the fuck out the way. I'm unstood up and I don't fuck with clowns. So, yeah, the mental spirit's been taken over not only by blue pills, but by individuals who don't even have a man, individuals who don't even have a husband. So that's that cluster right there. So you got Team Rob IBD, Man of Spirit Blue Pill, and Jezebel. Some of them are reformed or whatever. Some of them are pick-me's. And I'll tell you what a pick-me is. It can be male and or female. We don't have time for gender wars. It's time for individuals to take personal responsibility and accountability. And there's a few more things that are out here. I told you the whores are in the clouds at OnlyFans. Oh, that's what I'm missing, that cluster. And there are also Jezebels, not all, but most of them or whatever, because the only thing that they have to offer is something that's between their legs. And in the next probably about a couple of years, they're going to be useless and they're going to be replaced, basically. They don't know that yet. So, and that's how you end up with grannies at the clubs, still popping a pussy, dropping like it's hot. Now, I know you guys have seen that before. You got 60, 70-year-old people, not in a ballroom, not in a lounge, at the clubs, popping their pussy, dropping like it's hot. You can see them probably on IG, popping their pussy, dropping like it's hot. Okay, Snapchat, the kids don't have anything, y'all. And this is why the youth centers are important, real youth centers. Real youth centers that are ran and operated by Black people. Okay, people that look like them. But there's so many males in these streets. I'm sitting up there like, why don't y'all get on the ground? Build. And I'm begging a question. I'm not telling you what to do, because in the next couple of years, individuals are going to turn what you hear people talk about. People have already been there and done it. But you're going to see people turn stuff into some real motherfucking action. Now, how's that for organizing? So, and how's that for real grassroots? So you have Snapchat. The kids can have Snapchat. Check. The kids can't have and IG can be used for marketing. They turning it into a whorehouse as well or whatever. That's all they know how to do, is show you how to get naked. So kids can have Snapchat. Kids can have TikTok or whatever. And TikTok is out of code. Do the government need to just ban TikTok? And we be calling other people communists. We see why they're somewhat like the way that they are or whatever, because at this point in time and space or whatever, America is fucking halfway doomed. And it's the Great Reset is necessary, y'all. I'm still here. The Great Reset is necessary or whatever. Now, the question is, what do we do about individuals who still have a fighting chance or whatever? And that's why I titled this. I wanted to title Where Do We Go From Here? But I titled this episode Root Underlying Issues. And now in parentheses, I should put solution-based approach. People can talk about the problems all day long. You hear individuals talk about the problem. Don't ask what individuals do behind the scene. Individuals don't just sit up there and blow hot motherfucking gas. No, they're really putting in the work, executing comprehensive reports, putting the work, doing research. The research been done since 2015. And that's why a majority of the Black people in these YouTube streets that's sitting on the plantations can miss us with the BS. They fake believe that they needed platform. If I needed that, I could have knocked on the news channel. Look, somebody better take a piece of whatever. And I didn't do that for a reason. Because I want to show these white journalists and these Black journalists and these all other type of, we don't know, Jew journalists, just how the black plantations get down, which is why it's always been separated from black communities. This has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat, and it definitely has nothing to do with Trump, nor Obama, nor sleepy Joe Biden. And since we're lying about our DNA and we're lying about our sperm, we're lying about our vaginas, my grandfather's name is Joe Biden. That's what I'm going to start putting, Joe Biden. Oh, that's a little embarrassing, huh, y'all? All right, and people are not going to speak about the black privilege that the black plantations have. They never have to be accountable or responsible, which is why you have the pastor speaking about these two children, these two innocent children that were murdered in New Orleans by their freaking Jezebel mother. Oh, it's the mental health. No, it's poverty pimps like you. The news report basically stated, and try to dismiss what the father said in his complaint petition, that she was obviously a habitual freaking addict. So much so, willing to break laws, willing to engage in robbery. So we're just going to blame that on mental health, and that's what's wrong with you poverty pimps. You so-called pastors that need to be not canceled. Black people been walked away. And it's a disgrace for other pastors who put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the work, the getting on the ground, the walking in the projects, the allowing individuals, even if the black men still on the corner, still on the street, you at least stand close enough to the church to get the word. And when you do decide to come in and man up and come into the real house of God, who's not going to close their doors on you, come as you are. You don't have to come iced out. You don't have to come in a Bentley. Come as you are. But until then, you can at least stand on the corner, not to hustle, but stand on the corner to at least get the word. Without brainwashing and without telling people who to vote for, because my pastor would never. At least he never, ever, ever, while I was sitting in there. It's time for us to keep it real. It's time for us to just like be frank or whatever. And the only way you're going to be frank with yourselves is if you stop concentrating on what the white people doing. And if you stop concentrating on what the Jewish people doing, and stop concentrating on what the Chinese and the Vietnamese, and they're growing apparently. Individuals could easily just show off, look at all this beauty. But that's not going to change. No, people just going to be like, you see, they just come here and get everything. Look, y'all, no matter the amount of the money that you dump and pour into individuals' hands, they're not going to reinvest in themselves. This, we know this for sure. And for other people who are able to get, we don't call it reparation, whatever they were able to get when they did become a citizen or whatever, they built a business. And it's sad that they had to create and build a business where you lazy is what we're going to call it. Because even back in the day, you had black business owners, men and women. They have reinvested in themselves. They didn't sit up there and buy no Jordans, no shade MJ. They didn't sit up there and say who's going to be the flashiest, who's going to go on the biggest cruises, who's going to sit up there and get the biggest yacht or the biggest boat, who's going to draw the most fancy car. None of that shit. So now that you see all these other cultures and groups basically passed you up, now here's the excuses, because this is what the black plantations do best. No accountability, no responsibility. We're just going to blame it on all the black men, or we're going to blame it on all the black women or whatever. You can blame yourselves. That's one solution. Blame yourselves. And if you're not a part of the solution, then you are a part of the problem, which is why individuals had to do these operations, these missions, this research solo. And it was a few individuals that were in individual support that attended a HBCU. That's why I was like, darling, you attended a HBCU. I could never even get them to help me with research, darling. Not when it came to legal research or anything like that, sweetheart. Not that I needed it, but it would have been wonderful to present this to Congress. Us black faces coming from similar struggles unnecessarily. Being there before. Couldn't even form a fucking organization, you guys, because everybody, the pygmies, it's all, oh, I don't want to touch that. Oh, you don't want to touch it because it's a violation of men's rights in these documents. You don't want to touch that. Okay, feminism, how you doing? You don't want to touch that because the women are actually better, a little bit better at leadership and stuff. Oh, okay, clowns, how you doing? Real businessmen and women know why they think real businessmen have a woman as a reception, because they are better at paperwork and organization. But you have these manosphere cooks, is what I call you. You have these manosphere cucks, these haters, these women bashers. Where were you when women were shooting in the gym? Not that women needed you. But you know one thing for sure, they cannot equate themselves as to being on the same level as a black man. So how's that for high value? High value just doesn't go by how much a man can buy you for dinner. High value just doesn't go by how fancy of a trip a guy can take you on. High value doesn't go by how a nigga can pop his collar. High value goes by the work ethic. No matter if it's blue collar or corporate America. High value doesn't go by the amount of digits that are in your bank account. I'm sick of the shit. The research is done. I just want to see how individuals are going to react, and it is so sad, y'all. And I'm not probably missing a few men. It's only about one person, and it could be a few more, who sat up there and did what they had to do to not end up like this, having a kid murdered. Did the job, went to court. Did the job, got full custody of his kid. Did the job, wrote a book. Tell me what his viewership looking like. And I know he's not. No, I don't fuck with y'all master puppet clown, because that was not on my radar. Tell me how many tell me what the viewership looking like, y'all. It's low. It's low. It's low. So congratulations, you clowns. Did your due diligence and you've infiltrated the manosphere. You're not alpha males. You're a bunch of cucks. Stay away from fucking based women. Stay away from women who do give a fuck about men's right. Because if you destroy a black man, you can in turn destroy an entire village and destroy an entire legacy. And that's why I don't have time for the Jezebels, because all they make excuses. Oh, the black man ain't shit. Oh, well, can you pay all the rent, man? You gonna pay all the rent? You want to be independent? You want to change the oil too, man? You want to change the tire? Oh no, I's gonna not wants to do. What if the car shop is closed, ma'am, and you break down on the corner? Then who you gonna need? Who you gonna call? Because you can't call the Ghostbusters, and you can't call your girl. What's that bitch name? Leslie Tate. Let me get this bitch name real quick. What's that bitch name on who like the fucking make Wells Fargo jokes on SNL? I think it's Leslie. I'm from Leslie Jones. There you have these cucks or whatever. Y'all better TikTok your life away or whatever, because if they're sitting up there thinking that if it's not going to be men that's going to protect women and vice versa, they have another thing coming, because these motherfuckers are no different than fucking future pedophiles and future wannabe fucking serial rapists. And I fucking yield back to Congress. They sit up there and talk all this hot shit about a woman. They will not come around no real gangsters, no real OGs, no real. Stop acting like businessmen can't be no OGs, because they are when those ties come off. They cannot come around no real men talking about women like that or whatever, and only cucks sit up there and rule. They will sit up there and support that type of debauchery. Stay away from these clowns, women. Stay away from them. I don't give a fuck if they can fly you from here to fucking Timbuktu. Work 2 jobs to pay for your own vacation. That's what motherfuckers used to do back in the day. We cannot blame this shit on white supremacy. The buck stops here, y'all. The buck stops here, and only you can change it. Only you can change it. And before you can try it, you can't change other people, but you can change yourselves, so that you can make yourselves more approachable, so that you can make yourselves wife material. These cucks in these YouTube streets can't show you how to be a woman. These cucks in these YouTube streets cannot show you how you can benefit from a 6-figure income, not if you don't want to get your ass whipped. And we're not saying all men that sit up there and make that type of money actually sit up there and engage in emotional and physical abuse, but y'all ask people who have experienced this type of ish. I've sit up there and watched people in a homeless shelter. A white lady at that. We're gonna keep it funky. We're gonna keep it 100. She's not like some of you heifers. That's one thing we can give a +1 to these fucking Karens. She was like, I had a wonderful life. My husband took care of me, did all this, but I had to get my ass whooped. And one day she got tired and took her fucking kids. Didn't tell this jackass loser nothing. He never thought she was gonna go anywhere. Took her fucking kids, saved her life, saved her kids' life. Ended up at a motherfucking homeless shelter, and she was just as happy as being in a big ass house. She didn't have to want for nothing. She had the car. She had the house. She had the luxury items. Now you have these individuals telling people I'm talking to black females, you Jezebels are telling people, girl, just get the bag, girl, just get the Chanel, girl, and then all of a sudden, oh, he don't sit up there and beat your ass, girl. Oh, girl, you stupid, you should have left. I cannot. I absolutely cannot. And that's why we don't cover a lot of stories that we see other people cover, because it's like, you're also a part of the problem. Y'all real right. Yeah, girl, get him, and when it's off with her head, oh, that shit, hey, Jada Black, oh, that shit was fucked up with her. It was fucked up for that girl to go on TikTok sitting up there trying to embarrass people. If you already got a divorce, why are you embarrassing people? Or at least trying to in front of millions. Taking your clothes off in front of millions. And we're not justifying that guy's behavior. We're not justifying that behavior at all. But that's the type of shit that happens. You're not a part of the fucking problem. I mean, the solution. You're a part of the problem. We're not saying Jada Black is or whatever. You like, oh, that's it's gonna be some more cases. It's gonna be some more cases like that. And you know, it's individuals who are actually watching these clowns, and they're like, oh, we're going to have a divorce party or whatever. And we're just saying this. If individuals want a divorce, don't be like, oh, I don't want. Give motherfuckers what they want, especially if you're a serial cheater. See, it's rules and levels to this. People are actually losing their marriages, walking out on good men, and be like, oh, I want to, girl, you're 50 years old. What are you going to do? If he's not beating you and he's not cheating on you, oh, girl, but I've been listening to every single person that I know who listen to these clowns do not have a husband, do not have a boyfriend, complain, whine. Oh, I wish I was I wish I was. You wishing upon a fucking, not even a fucking shooting star at this point, girl, friend. And we're not going to say that there are not going to be cases to where people are like, oh, yeah, we were able to do meet and greets or speed dating, rah, 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 rah. I don't see the evidence at this point in time and space. I don't just want to see people saying, thanks to the clown's eyes married. Girl, you better make sure you sleep with one eye open, because on mad day, that clown might get mad. And you might have to get your gate. Make it make sense. You got people celebrating families breaking up, basically. And people want to be like, Bud, Envy, you sound contradictory. No. If a man is not cheating on you, if a man is not whipping your motherfucking ass 24/7, why are you celebrating leaving a good man? Because they really don't want them. And on a flip note, they turn around and say, black men ain't shit. I can't. I can't. I can't. And sometimes it does take for the guys. And you got some guys who know how to be like, look, these gender wars, you bullshit. Everybody full of shit right now at this point in time. When are people going to come to a meeting? When are individuals going to go on speed dates? When are individuals going to set a trip and have a fucking cruise? And then, can y'all do that with your donations? Plan a cruise? Actually be able to get people into the same space to where they're able to communicate and speak. And speaking of speaking, men don't really know how to articulate themselves like that. So never expect every guy to be a creature that talks, because they know how to communicate. As far as like really truly expressing themselves, once they do, you a pussy. Oh, you come on, y'all. I can't. But I'll tell you one thing, I'd rather be around a gangster, gorilla, and whatever rhymes with that, or OG, than to be around these clowns. These clowns will rape you, y'all. They'll rape you. They will rape you. They were raping. And don't ask me what base soldiers do with fucking rapists. I told you what they did in Katrina for Katrina. Hey, Mr. What's Lee? His name is Damon. I don't know if it's Lee Damon or Damon. Hey, mental illness. He was like, why do people, because I'm telling you the truth, sir. I told you base soldiers are not going to stand for no type of, and then people are like, well, he did this to that girl on TikTok. Sir, every soldier ain't built the same. And that was not the point. So it was okay. People, for every action is a reaction. It is not okay to embarrass people in front of millions of people. You girl, you got your divorce. Go on with your life. And I'm not justifying that behavior, Jay Black, but sometimes we just gotta just look at the bigger picture, sir. Research is done, you guys. It's finalized. I told you it's been in DC and Virginia since 2015. It's only a few individuals that people could truly name on their hands, right? And that is so pathetic. It's millions of black people in these YouTube streets. Millions. What they're doing, just going hammer. You got a granny gang. The grannies sit up there and fuss with each other, literally. I've never seen no shit like this before. I said, what the hell did I stumble across? A granny gang? You just, grannies just fussing. Eat my pussy. Women, you're like 60, 70 years old. What have I stumbled across? White people don't have to worry about because they don't get to see all the weird shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this, y'all. So, yeah, it took me back a little bit. I done seen grannies fussing go hard, whether they are caring or whatever. And I'm just looking like, y'all need to come and get y'all grandmas off the internet. Turn that shit off. Like, unplug that shit. These grannies got technology. They don't know how to act, y'all. Oh my! That blew me away. I say not that. I know they had a mama gang. People had 9 or 10 babies. They go from one Airbnb to the next, and then they be like, "Look at me taking care of my kids, baby. Not going to one Airbnb to the next every single 6 months, every year." And you want to get on YouTube, or you want to get on IG, or you want to get on whatever OnlyFans and act like y'all really have it like that. Make it make sense. So people are discussing what's the issues? Fatherless America, y'all. Fatherless America. Individuals I could have chose that track. Somebody murdered my dad when I was 2. I could have been the same motherfuckers on them streets. Get it how you live. And I chose to do something different. Individuals are not perfect. Like I keep telling people, they just digging up dirt on people. Let people come out with their own stories, because it does not make you look good to say, oh, I done exposed him now. I done exposed him. Y'all are embarrassing. You're oh, make it make sense. They're so concentrated on other YouTubers' lives because their lives are just as fucked up. They're so concentrated on individuals who are YouTubers or influencers who have a 9 to 5, who choose to come into the YouTube streets to spread some type of love to the YouTube streets, is also to be tough without degrading men or women. And here these little jackasses from the plantations. Oh, you ain't gonna tell people what you did 50 years ago, whatever. Look. This guy was sucking toes, and people in a black community, this guy not even black, keep in mind. They say they finna expose him. He done sit up there and dropped his own video, so now what y'all gonna do? He done sit up there and said he had a tough childhood, he was getting fucked, sucked, and people paid him to do exactly the type of trauma he experienced. They didn't like the boy's apology. So I can't wait till these videos drop. Apparently, it's going to drop super fast because people are not going to take the time to just really analyze what this person is saying. He doesn't get any brownie points for saying, oh, using racial slur. Y'all know, look, y'all, people have weird fetishes. People will literally pay people to do all kind of weird shit. So he got paid for it. Obviously the individuals who were doing it with didn't have a problem because they paid him for him to call them certain type of derogatory whatever. I'm not going to watch those type of videos because I'm going to protect my energy. But if y'all want to dive deep into those rabbit holes, feel free. The guy put up he ousted himself basically. So now you guys cannot take anything away from him. So that's what I encourage individuals to do, whether they're celebrities or whatever. All this extortion and, oh, if you sit up and put me on, if you pay me, if you write me a check or whatever, then I keep this. That's a lie. Because when they run out of money, they're going to keep coming back like some motherfucking crackheads. Oh, you remember the. Y'all, just expose yourselves, basically. Because you have these doxers, these this or that people sitting up there digging through people's videos and why do you care if you weren't the one that was paying him to call you certain type of racial slurs, allegedly? And I'm gonna say allegedly because I have not viewed the video and y'all never hear me say allegedly. Unless if I say the word allegedly, it's because I don't want to view certain type of content, which is not good for my soul. Even though I curse like a sailor, y'all. I know. That's why I be like, excuse me, y'all. I do have a message, but I curse like a sailor because last time we didn't curse like a sailor, these clowns put us on their panel without our permission, using our voice, our likeness, our brand. Just because people don't have an LLC or certain stuff like that does not mean that they do not have a brand. Oh my God. God. Jesus, don't take the wheel. Let these crash dummies dummy and burn, basically. Let them crash. Let them crash. Content. I'm about to wind it down just a little bit, you guys. I'm about to wind it down just a little bit. And today is going to be videos dropping. It's going to be 2 of them that's going to drop. What do men desire? And do spaces leave you feeling motivated? Or do they leave you feeling leave you feeling more empty? That's gonna be the Q&A for today. Yeah, but individuals could have easily been a product of their environment. That's what I was getting into. Oh, somebody killed my daddy, so I'm finna mental healing is like be a killer. Stop playing with me, boy. You know what the remarkable thing about it is, individuals who try to clown or tell people about what a man isn't or what a woman isn't, they're actually in relationships or whatever, or secret marriages, and they're giving people bad advice. And I'm asking, like, why are the relationship coaches doing that to people? But they're in it together. Bad marriage for life, right, Will Smith? I'm teasing Will. I don't know if the slapgate was real or fake, but I still was here for it because Chris Rock has been talking buku shit about black women for years. But I still don't advocate violence. All right, you guys. That lady is silly. And they have women who fix on cars. I am not one of them women, Mr. Tim Allen. I'm sorry. I watch a lot of things. I watch my uncle and other people build houses from the ground up or whatever with little to no help. They didn't really have a huge team. I'll watch. I'm not about to pick up, not that. I'm a woman. I would type my ass off though. I'll type my ass off. I am so in love with this computer. Not because 360, but I like HP, y'all. Let's see. So, Colonel Powder checked in, check. Classes dismissed on that one. And Tim Allen checked in. I couldn't even do the video in peace. I was it's like, yeah, Home Improvement used to be so hilarious or whatever. I used to watch that show. I watched the Golden Girls. You can tell why I'm not indoctrinated because I watched a little bit of everything. I watched the Jeffersons. I watched Roseanne. I watched Sanford and Son. I watched Little House on the Prairie. What else did I watch? I watched a lot of different little things, y'all. Yeah. And even if I would not have relocated to Texas, my grandmother still spoke proper English, so do not expect me to have a thick, not a thick New Orleanian dialect is what it's called. It's not an accent. It's a dialect. But I still would have had somewhat of it, and it's still there. If I get pissed off, that's why sometimes if I do a video and I'm upset, I'll be stumbling over the words, or not even necessarily upset, but if I'm fired up or whatever, be stumbling over the words, talking real fast or whatever. And that's how I be like, people have a social disconnect because they have not been to New Orleans or whatever, so they really do not know how people behave, like truly behave when they're in their natural habitat. And people are really, like, for the most part, loving, despite what they see on TV. And can y'all tell me what's happening in y'all neck of the woods, since y'all so concerned about Texas, New Orleans, and Florida, please? What's happening in y'all neck of the woods? Let me know so we can report on that in a tasteful manner. Because I didn't even get all into this discussion or whatever. But that pastor know he out of line, sir. I don't know what theology school you went to, but the excuse making is over. Oh, it's tragic mental illness or, sir, how you get to the mental illness? The drugs, right? All right, and that's why I preach Road to Sobriety, RTS. I don't have to practice it. I preach it. I encourage it. And I also encourage individuals to seek help. Like mental illness, you out here giving advice, boy. You're gonna sit up there and tell somebody to leave somebody. You're gonna tell some boys, you need to stop getting out advice, because I don't think you're a therapist. I always encourage individuals. Now I can do real assessments, and I don't. I can do real assessments, but you should not be encouraging individuals. Oh, you're in that situation. Oh, just leave. Oh, you're in that situation. Oh, girl, don't worry about that. What, boy? What are you doing? And then you have a wife. She should be ashamed of herself, sir. You sitting up there giving your subscribers all this bad advice or whatever, and some of it could very well much be good advice, but you should encourage them to seek professional help. And you're not even in any position to even be giving anyone any type of advice. That's why I always use the term, I encourage individuals to seek medical treatment or attention. I encourage individuals to, you know what I'm saying, get an assessment. You encourage individuals to, you do not sit up there and just be giving people blind advice like that. Excuse me. That is absurd. That is totally absurd. And it's a lot of individuals doing that. They sitting up there. That's not the government fault. Y'all sitting up there doing all sorts of crap. And then people gonna keep, the plantation gonna, like that pastor got on his ass on TV. Boy, look, oh, it's the mental illness. Ain't nothing was mental about her. She just didn't want. She hated the man so much. Hated the fact that he was probably a better provider for the children and more stable. She was a pill popper, basically, and she decided to murder her 2 children. And you blamed it on mental illness. Some of New Orleans need to just burn at this point. That's the only way it's going to be reconstructed. I thought Katrina was going to flush it out a little bit, but as you can see, that didn't really work. Fatherless America, y'all. Let's get to the nitty gritty of the issues. And right now, I haven't even fact checked the story, but y'all reported on it, so I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, double back and say the underlying issue of that tragic event. If it's like that on its face, the underlying issues would have been the drugs. That's the one thing I can't stand as an advocate. That's enough of that bullshit that's going on, as you should know, sir, because you're down there. But as long as it destroys a black man, it's perfectly okay, right? And he's a black man himself. You should be ashamed of that statement to WWL. Ashamed of that statement. Correction. Oh, it's the mental ill. No, it's people like you who like to make excuses for individuals drug use. And shout out to individuals who have, because when you're battling something like that, it's a lot of individuals who do not make excuses for their habits. And just about everyone, I don't care if they're rich or not, have a crackhead in their family. How many of y'all crackhead people, and how many had them murdered children because they didn't want the kids to go with the daddies, even though the daddies were more fit? Gotta keep the kids to get that check so you can go and get those drugs. And when you can't get the drugs, you're writing fake scripts. And if you can't get the fake scripts, then you do robbery, right? Make it make sense, Pastor Poverty Pimp. Now, I'm not saying they're all pastors of poverty pimp, but when they are, they always make excuses. Make excuses for absolute horrible fucking decisions and bad behaviors. That's what black people have to deal with. And I guess that statement came from a white man, huh, sir? Negative.com. Saying about white supremacy. We're not saying that discriminatory practices do not exist. We're not saying that at all. We're just saying that sometimes it takes for black people to check yourselves. Toxic, low IQ, bold, brazen, entitled, and coddled, basically. Underlying issues. And people are gonna keep blaming everything. Oh, it's mental health, it's mental health, it's mental health, it's mental. It's the point that individuals are now, they have now created a coddle society or whatever, and if things don't go their way, then they will do anything, even if it means murdering their 2 children, America, just to get back at the daddy, the real daddy. Well, at least I hope they're the daddy. Because if the dad can't have him, then nobody can. So I'm guessing it's at least one person in YouTube streets that at least confessed to being able to co-parent properly and has been awarded custody of his child. Congratulations to you. And no, I still do not fuck. I'm mustered up and I don't fuck with clowns. Like the manosphere has been severely. I don't know if they did that shit on purpose or whatever. Then you had the Jezebels, the pygmies, the why y'all the men getting donations, and where did your heathens come from? The rat? Y'all know who the rat is if you're in the black YouTube streets. The rat who ran from Atlanta to California. A lot about being a promoter. I am not Tigger Girl, and I'm definitely not V103. Absolutely absurd. And then these are a lot of whores in these YouTube streets. But I want to be a video vixen. Not if we have anything to say about it. Not that, I mean, if you want, not that we're inspiring individuals to even use that title to describe their job. Modern day. But yeah, that's why they so disgruntled. No disrespect to gold diggers, but damn, yeah, RZA again. Not the Izza, assalamu alaikum. Tell Mr. Farrakhan, I know what he's thinking. Malcolm X tried to warn us about he tried to, y'all. He really did. Yeah, you tell RZA I say hello and tell him I don't know what's up with the new NOI or whatever, but it's all good in the hood. Assalamu alaikum and more power to y'all or whatever, but we don't go that route. We don't go that route. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, everybody doing their own thing or whatever, which that's the amazing thing about, you know what I'm saying, being in this great state, this great nation. Everybody get to create their own communities or whatever. I'll just leave it at that. So that was Boyce Watkins. He said somebody finna sit up there and visit Dr. Boyce T. Oh, now you got a TV show. Okay. RZA is young. I think it's gonna be that other guy who's gonna eventually take over. I'm just saying, they ain't my cup of tea. I'm just on the outside looking in. RZA is fairly young. Well, yep. I really have nothing too much to say about that. I don't know why Vlad just decided to keep on playing. I really don't do. If you're not a Cat Williams, or if you're not that he's perfect, a Cat Williams, or it's a few more black comedians, but other than that, I trash it. Like we don't. It's not necessary. We prefer them to speak about their own dysfunction, which some of them have spoken about it, but I wouldn't entertain it, and they won't get my books. So you're not gonna find me in no comedy clubs or whatever. Everybody just like, oh, they hate Trump. They said the same thing about Obama. That's why I was like, it's some fishy going on. Oh, when they tell the truth, then y'all don't like them. But when they sit up there and kiss ass, then it's all good in the hood. Yeah. I don't do too many black comedians, baby. Not because they black, it's because they did some disgusting stuff. And they still do disgusting stuff or whatever. So they can go on how many tours they want to go on. Oh, condolences to prayers to Lil Duval. At least he at least try to be a little different. And people think Duval's been around for like 20 plus years. Y'all, he's like a Bentley P Diddy assistant. Y'all just not know who Lil Duval is. Y'all catch up, darling. You're tardy for the party. All right. Okay. Everybody's still dreaming about Ashanti. It's Wednesday. Y'all know later I'm finna get into the wacky shit. Just for the hell up. Look at John Sally. John Sally gonna be a natural vegan on DJ Valade. But he's really no DJ. Thanks to the slap the rock like. Boy, shut up. Will Smith, keep on estimating these guys so y'all think look like little punks over there. Will Smith is not no punk. He just held to a higher standard. Now we don't look. Will is Will. Why is there gonna be another Men in Black John Sally? Let me know, because I'm gonna be there for it. I like Minority Report. I said Minority Report and Jason Bourne. Y'all can have a Black Panther. I know what kind of shit that was. I told you every time they make a superhero as a woman, I hope next time just give a red hair and let it be Irish or something, because the way that they doing it, they trying to make women are not stronger than men. That's why sometimes when these clowns fuck you, you gotta run their ass over, but don't promote violence. I'm gonna start saying do what the Dennis did in the Benz or the BMW. Here go mental illness. Are you promote? No, we don't promote violence. We promote self-defense, sir. I don't even know who that is, so Valade. I'm not finna play with Valade algorithms and bots today. They say, They said, so the only interesting person that we see on there is John Sally, okay? And that's unfortunate, because John Sally, he looked like, I told you, I look like he smoked reefer 24/7, but he retired, so I guess he could do whatever it is he please. He always look like he be, you know how I met the man, so I get high. Whatever. Chris Rock must can't sell them tickets. Tell Chris Rock to go on that stage and perform and stop letting Will Smith live in his head. Live rent free in his head. I don't care if the slap was real or fake, but it was hilarious. And it was good for the culture. You get to see men have disagreements and end on a cordial note. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they can always put up the who want to do celebrity boxing match? We should do that for YouTubers. What's up, Lyric Coin? That's what we should start on. Forget the fucking Bad Girls Club. They don't come with the fucking smoke. Set up celebrity. Not it'll be. Oh, we not celebrities, y'all. We are influencers, YouTubers. The other jackasses are tubers. You're YouTubers, YouTubers, influencers. Who gonna set that up? 50 Cent. You got 5 on it. What's up? Who would I want to box? I want to box the Rat. I want to box Rashida Strawberry, because you think I ain't gonna say her name if Charlamagne Gay don't get a day, girl. Stop capping. Stop capping. You heard me. Rashida represent the state of Florida, the wretched ass Florida. Oh, the tea sippers is so ghetto. They be wretched ass. I boxed Sansa Ray the Rat. She must like the name Monique. Me too. I boxed Rashida Strawberry, because that bitch, she's still begging for legal fees. I ain't have to beg the American people for ish, but I know they would have popped us off. I would have popped us off real good. They would have popped us off real good. They probably did what they did to everybody else. Snatched the GoFundMe down, but it's okay. I know pro say, darling. Be begging. You still begging for them legal fees, girl? Who you finna fake battle this time? First you say he's working. Oh, you gonna take the legal fee money and work on your monologue. See, I could do monologues right here all day. every day. Rashida Strober is the most pathetic pick-me in this YouTube street. She cannot stand light-skinned women. I cannot go there because I have friends who are just everything underneath the sun, stars, and the moon, and I'm not finna take it there. Oh, how about that Burberry? Boosie be looking good in that green and y'all. That green and yellow. Now, y'all see the YouTube streets have calmed down just a little bit because these pick-me's and the pick-me's happen to be the males, y'all. Edward Anderson. The pygmies happen to be, he be talking shit, boy. What state do you represent? Y'all country niggas had that mouthpiece on y'all. I thought we had it on us. Y'all see the streets done cooled off a little bit or whatever because they want people to sit up there and go back and forth, which it'd be good for the little culture or whatever because that shit was getting funny. But at the end of the day, it's all about two men being able to, even if they have to have Vlad as a mediator and whatever, and they just talk their shit, just talk your shit. Talk your shit and keep it moving. Yeah, talk your shit and keep it moving. People do not pick no sides. They know people will be very fucking upset. Very, very, very upset. Literally, very upset. If they go to sit up there being very disrespectful towards each other because real men don't have to do that. Real men can be, you know what I'm saying, they can boss up. So, and that is my response on that, Vlad. And no, I still do not do interviews, darling. Thank you for not asking. Vlad sitting up there here, but Vlad be like, oh, that's my friend. You sound like Joe Rogan. Be like, Chris Pratt, he's my friend. I got that from Big Bear. I bet Joe Rogan got on the phone. He was like, son, what are you doing? Chris Pratt, he's my friend. That's how Vlad be sounding when he be talking about the rappers and people being his friend. Who else is your friend, sir? We know your friend is not Rick Ross. See, it's all good. Vlad was able to start his little platform. He was able to tell the truth. Cause at least he said he could not DJ worth the shit, but he said he tried it. I said, I'm glad you stopped it, baby. Because if you can't spend them ones and twos in the House of Blues, baby. So y'all can tell when I get into my entertainment babe, because then I start talking about politics, and then I start talking about, you know what I'm saying, the things that matter the most, but entertainment still matters the most. It mattered during the Great Depression. So, and that's why I get on here. Because what's done has been done, baby. What's done has been done. It's all about solutions from this point. It's always been like that, though, whatever. This time it was a major, I'm sitting up there like, whoa, how many terrorists do we have? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Vlad. So, FYI, Vlad is the real Russian, you guys. So y'all can start calling Irish Canary a Russian. And you can also know that I am not at the Breakfast Club. That will be your boy, DJ Envy. All right. My name is Envy Me Greatly. And that's Frederick. I don't want... All right. Now that we got that out the way. DJ Vlad be geeked up or whatever. Did y'all find out if DJ Khaled ran Jordan Towers his $5,000? Boy, your price cheaper than mine. Let me find out if he running your $5,000. DJ Khaled like, God is good. God is good. God say you still gonna be blessed. Oh, DJ Khaled is hilarious. I think he's Arab. We fuck with them Arabs, so. Y'all never sit up there. Have y'all dated an Arab before? Them motherfuckers be looking like niggas in New Orleans. I try to tell you. Don't ask them what their name is. All they fucking names is Mo. What's your name? Goddamn. How many? I try to tell y'all, shoot, it's too many men out here to love. I don't know what these hoes talking about in these YouTube streets. We know what B1, B2s, and B3s are like. Don't be messing with them caves. What's a cave, Robert Perkins? A white person? Do they smell like dogs to you too, sir? Do y'all have a lot of caves in South Carolina? I cannot. This is 2022. People ain't got time to be sitting up there. Let me check your pedigree. Let me see if you Anglo, Viking, Irish, if you Negro, if you Jamaican. I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for it. Yeah. I don't have time for it. 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 I don't have time Y'all notice it was Chocolate Boy and light skinned nigga season this summer, huh, y'all? Them boys was out here. Y'all would know. I ain't single. I'm just going by what y'all tell the tech princess. Them boys was out here. And then that's why hoes be trying to y'all be the ones with that colorism shit. Niggas ain't thinking about that or whatever. Niggas rock together there. Niggas don't be checking their temperature. Oh, let me see. Oh, you dark? You pass the brown paper bag text? All right, nigga, you can be my homie. Niggas ain't checking for that. Y'all, when y'all go to New Orleans, them niggas be fine. Y'all just sit on a porch or go and sit at Cafe Du Monde and just watch them. Then y'all might see some cute white boys too in their little business suits in a business district. I love them all, darling. Robert Perkins be like B1, B2, or B3. Boy, I don't know how they doing in South Carolina, boy. When it comes to war, look, it's the dirty South. Shit, we all bleed the same. Robert's so hilarious, y'all. That's why I just pick on him. I think that Cynthia G baby daddy, but Cynthia G got to run it back. Her girl, you fuck her up. I don't care. She did. Cynthia talking about Becky explained why she purchased her black cane, and guess who's mad? Not I, darling. We could care less. We could care less. It'll be a motherfucker. You know some of these the ones that be going hard or whatever with the gender wars. Some of them done slept with each other. I'll be like, y'all damn. Yeah, and not all their business is floating out across the universe. I don't fuck and suck. Not even the DJs. Ain't a oops. Not even people that I ain't gonna say other people. These people have more oomph in their name, and they still not running around going around who they don't sleep with, boy. And Vlad messy. I know he'll love to be like, oh, boy, you messy. Some of these producers know how to. They sure know how to keep secrets, boy. Yeah, they don't sleep with each other. When you're desperate for marriage, this is what you get, girl. What the fuck is wrong with Cynthia? I call her Miss No Edges because I just thought it'd be funny. I probably heard somebody else say that because Cynthia be talking this shit. Girl, Washington State is fucking weird as fuck. Then somebody said, I heard somebody having a conversation on YouTube. They were like, we moved to Washington State. We moving right back. I ain't never had needle injection sites. Yes, y'all thought it was a joke? You thought Foxtrot was joking? You thought it was a joke? Girl, it's disgusting out there. Ew. Did you move close to Robert Perkins, girl? I'm missing y'all. Let's see what else Cynthia G's talking about. She talking about Fat Joe. Y'all crazy. I ain't playing with them OGs like that. He's a rapper. Girl. The only people who cares about preserving blackness is you. Girl, Fat Joe never say he was black. Yeah, stop capping. I like saying that. Stop capping. He didn't know what capping was. That been be like, no cap, son. I like our slang though. I don't know a lot, so y'all have to teach me. And I don't say no when. That's for guys, and I say Wardy sometimes. I'm not about to be walking around saying it. That's not becoming. She said when you're desperate for marriage, this is what you get. Popeye. Like, bitch, not a fire. I ate Popeyes today, bitch, but not a Popeyes, bitch. It doesn't matter where God take you on the first day because look, have y'all ever met somebody? Y'all might not be able to go to a fanciest restaurant or go to your favorite restaurant or whatever, but wouldn't it be cute to joke about it afterwards? I would think so. I'm gonna do that for a Q&A. Would you go? Would you go on a such and such first date with a guy, whatever? And how would you feel about it? Like, would you accept that if he said he can only take you to Popeyes? Let me know down below in the comments on the next video when I upload it. Let's see. I was waiting for somebody to come through. I guess they did not. So, oh, that's what we have to get into. We gotta get into the shit, y'all. We gonna get into it on Fucking Right Friday. We gonna get into Wendy Williams' brother Tommy and him venting. And and he's trying to explain to individuals that he is also a human, so he's just displaying his human emotions when it comes to his sister that he really, I guess, he loves and care about. We're gonna get into that on Friday, so that's gonna be on the table, okay? And as I've stated for today, and I'm just doing a little recap, about 6 p.m. Central Time, you'll have 2 videos dropping, darlings. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Girl, you want a little motherfucker. You go and play with, now you could truly, well, you can't even play Charlamagne. Come and get Rashida if I had to box this girl. Come and get this psychopath that majored in psychology at the University of fucking Florida. Use a disgrace, girlfriend. You like light-skinned people that bad, maybe you need to go to Africa. I mean, if you hate light-skinned people that bad, maybe you need to go to Africa. And sitting up there talking about, girl, it's not that crucial, girl. Men have different preferences, different types or whatever, and if they ain't talking your preference and type, then keep walking. And vice versa. Niggas say that I don't like motherfuckers with tattoos, bitch. I have several. They're just hidden. And if you don't like it, keep stepping, clown. Ain't no real gangster OG gonna sit up there, oh, I don't like this song. Now, y'all don't be going to get tattoos on your throats, because how you gonna be in a business meeting with tattoos on your throats? I ain't talking about rappers. I'm talking about regular people that have tattoos on their baby. But do what Flo Shobo. It's somebody for everybody. It's somebody for everybody, darlings. Boys walking there finna be talking about nothing. And I ain't nobody worrying about no RZA. RZA don't speak my economic language. Them NOIs be like, want you to wear them Pentecostal dresses. Baby, I ain't got time for that. I don't be dressing like them whores on OnlyFans, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And don't be smacking during real interviews, you guys. That's not becoming as a journalist in the making. You heard me. Shout out to New Orleans. I love you very much. And somebody is tardy for the party. They struggle tubers how to make clones. B.O.B. crazy, y'all. Go and check Mr. Colgate out. You can find him on Facebook, and you can also find him in these YouTube streets. You heard me or whatever. And he's kind of like underground. He's underrated or whatever. So if you just want to dive away from these haters and these clowns and these Jezebels and these hoes, you can go and dive into B.O.B.'s channel, basically. All right. Yeah, saying he checking in, saying 1. You ain't checking nothing. Saying he was checking in at 12:58. It is August the 10th, and you late. You late. And not how I'm all shit. I just be trying to hold people feet to the fire, saying they're gonna start a nonprofit. Well, start one. So a 501 C3. Did I say it right, y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not on my menu at this point in time and space. Okay, that's not on my plates right now. What else do we have? These motherfuckers gonna be on mute in these YouTube streets. Expeditiously. Let's see. Oh, you know what I want to discuss, you guys? You know what? We're gonna hold that until Friday as well. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it, but it's gonna be sitting in the cloud, baby. Okay. And Rashida, she had time to talk shit on Manosphere and be checking you and Sansaray. Bitch, you could have time to talk shit on your channel, because it is not even Friday yet, but bitch, look. Child. What is in y'all water in Florida, Trina? That bit is crazy. With a CRAZY, she can't stand people. I was like, I can't relate to that bitch. What else going on in these YouTube streets or whatever? Where y'all drop y'all PO boxes or whatever? That's what y'all needs to do. Drop your PO boxes. It's about to be. Oh, it's only all right. So, yeah, New Orleans mother stuff. So, yeah, we can't wait to hear that response so we can double back. You saying confidence or insecurity? You gotta ask Irv is the word on the curb. Like he did that Drink Champs interview or whatever. He's still dreaming of I love Ashanti. Just like Cook be dreaming I love Amory. People don't know who Amory is or whatever. It's too bad for you, darlings. Y'all are wet behind the ears if you don't know who Amory is, baby. And Cook is a weekend warrior. He is in love with his Amory. I can't tell him nothing. I don't even think he can keep a girlfriend. He's so much in love with Amory. But Amory, I think Amory taken. But Irv got to know it. Irv just Irv is Irv. Irv trying to sell something. This is what I'm getting from my radio. Legend has it. Irv is ain't nobody worrying about how Tori packing, girl. Tori a whole midget. Tori a whole midget, girl. Stop jocking me. Stop jocking me. Irv is he is obsessed, y'all. That's what you get when you date them older men, baby. They think they own you. They think they own you, boo. And I own all my masters, baby. Stop playing and stop capping. Irv just jocking Ashanti. He trying to sell a TV show, picture show. Why is you not retired, boy? Leave Irv alone. Y'all gonna have Irv and Fat Joe going back and forth for the couch. LR is saying when an alpha has had enough or whatever. Do you really want to know what happens? LR say he got a girlfriend, y'all. We don't hear no wedding bells yet, but soon if YouTube still exists or whatever, no wedding bells come down LR. But he don't know if he want to claim Chicago or New Orleans. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that Houston. It'd be like that little H-town. And that's where the group came from, H-Town. I had seen Unsung. I forgot all about their story. So that was very interesting to like rewatch, y'all. Y'all should go and check it out. But LR said I stand about 5'6", 5'6", with all this Well, he got a girlfriend. I was trying to tell y'all, but like, look, y'all, it might be a fish in this sea right here in these YouTube streets. You might wanna, but he come with this right there, or whatever. Boy, he done been raised so many places. I can't tell he's spicy. I can't date him when they too spicy like that or whatever. One of us gonna be in jail. I'll be keeping it real, y'all. That's why I don't be coming on here and be like, yes, I know how to love you. I was when I'm dropping poetry. That is me. That's what I feel. I don't write no bad shit like fuck these niggas. One day I'm a you nigga. And I don't do all that or whatever. I do heartfelt stuff, but some people be like, oh, I don't just be talking like this in their videos and be all passive. But then they had to be talking about passive aggressive people. I'd rather a passive aggressive person than a fraud, copycat, cloning chameleon, a fake. I'm going to be like this until mandate comes, and then they're gonna turn into a fucking what we gonna start calling these Jezebels, y'all? They be turning doing a whole 360. I don't want to call them the devil because that make the devil look good at this point in time and space, and they also make Satan look great. All right, now that we got that out the way, they be talking like this and be like, see what guys really need. Guys really need to work on themselves for themselves, not to pull a bitch or a woman, basically. Then they're saying a guy really need, what does he need, sis? What does he really truly need? He doesn't need a girl like you. Guys need people who know how to display their fucking emotions, whether it's good, bad, ugly, and motherfucking indifferent. That way they can decide whether or not they gonna ride to the fucking wheels fall off. I can think that good, y'all. Hi. Oh. Oh, I missed Theater Arts, y'all. And no, Tyler's. Who was talking about Tyler Perry? That was Team Rob. Tyler saying they gonna hold off for it. People do not really discuss race in the South like they do. If issues come, you're like, why wait for issues B1, B2, B3? I was born in Project King. We ain't never had no issues with no white people like that. Now, I ain't saying nobody never, because I listen to people's stories and I don't discount their stories. They say when they're growing up in certain places that they have had issues with the Karen or whatever. And for black people whose name Karen, how do they feel about that? Because other people was like, they were insulted. Like, they're like, my name is Karen and I'm black. Like, this shit is going overboard. Well, where do y'all get these little cute little monikers to name people from? White people smell like dogs. Black people who vote for a certain way are coons. White people are all racist. Jews are the blue-eyed devil. Every Jew does not have blue eyes. I absolutely cannot. I absolutely cannot. Oh, how are you doing, boys? Let's go and see what the boys doing at TMZ. Probably snoozing. I really think the KKKs be, oh, they sitting up there. Not the safe, Mr. Trump. Oh. Oh, for a minute, I thought that was no Nick Benzino. Oh, that's just somebody standing behind Angela. Okay. They better turn up the goods or else. Don't be talking to me, Andrew Yang, because I turned up whatever the fuck them fake documents was they was shipped to people, and I turned that shit right to fucking Virginia and fucking in DC. Stop playing on me, Andrew Yang. Let me stop playing with these politicians, y'all, even though I like to. The ones that's funny. I ain't saying Yang is funny, but people be saying, you Chinese. They don't call me Russian Chinese or Russian spot. They call me everything, but they call me everything but a motherfucking, don't call me a child. Well, I cuss like a sailor. They call me everything but take Princess and Irish Canary and Tiger. They call me everything but Miss Desire. Make it make sense, Vlad. And Vlad be like, oh shit, Vlad ain't used to keep his secret shop. Vlad used to spilling the beans. That's why people think he's the 12s. And Vlad already see, no, don't pull a WWL, don't pull an Anthony Hamilton. We're gonna splatter your face across South Carolina or whatever the fuck the Carolinas was. Don't pull a WWL in the war. Don't pull us coming down a Superdome thing. Don't pull one of those, Vlad. And then it'll be all good in the neighborhood. I say all good. It'll be all good in the neighborhood. I'm gonna drink some water, y'all. Professionals said don't go like that. They say go like this. Cause y'all know I used to just like the and I go they say drink water slowly. I don't know why. All right, they ain't doing a bunch of nothing, boy. Let's go and see what Vlad algorithms is doing. Boy is nasty. Y'all little boys is very nasty. I don't want to watch that. That boy was talking about his penis and stuff. And it don't make it no better because Milagro Graham, she sent up there talking about Tory Lane's penis or whatever. And other people probably like, let me see it. Let me see it. Ain't one of them people. Yes, type of stuff turn y'all on. Cause I know it used to turn other people on. They used to like to go and watch them men dance. I don't want to watch no sweaty ass men dance or whatever. Then y'all talking about the hoochie men. See, I don't want no men wearing no hoochie shorts. Y'all be, I don't know what to say. Y'all nasty. Y'all are nasty. Let's see what LAR robot's doing. He said, I ain't no robot. I'm a real boy. Yeah, well, how tall are you? About 5. LAR probably about 5'5", 5'6". Oh, Lord. I cannot be with short dudes. I will be in prison. Edward Anderson, why you sound like a little bitch, boy? I'm just asking now. I want to know where is Edward Anderson from? Alexa, Edward Anderson. What city does he live in? Yeah, I'm just like, Edward be always, boy, turn your voice. If I get one more y'all that represent South Carolina, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is in y'all? Lead was in ours in Louisiana, y'all. They got sued. They had to pay everybody off. Uh, what was I'm just trying to figure what the fuck is going on in the Carolinas? You got Team Rob B1, B2, B3. I thought he was gonna stick in some IVD, but then he was like, let me go and get this trucking job real quick so I could take care of my seeds. Why you doing better than Andre Malcolm, Elijah Jones, and Kendrick, my nigga? And Robert be saying them caves. Them caves ain't worrying about you, boy. And neither is Tyler Perry. Now, you want to audition for Tyler? I don't. Tyler sitting up there, somebody put that a billboard, sir. Don't play with me. Mr. Tyler Perry. Yeah. Rob sitting up there, you dig deep for that. I don't even see other YouTubers time Rob said B1, B2, B3. Talk about something different. Let's talk about Tyler Perry. Can't you figure out that female psychologists are fucking retarded if they're liberal? Can't you figure that part out? And if they are conservative, they have more fucking common sense than they actually go by the books and laws. Okay, you guys, this is hilarious. We're gonna split a bill. Go Dutch. Okay. So now people are sitting up there asking, sir, do you have a girlfriend at this point in time and space? Now he's another bald head, but you can't confuse him with LAR because LAR got majority of them beat. And he's so modest, he's gonna be like, where the boys gotta come marching in like this. I said the boys have been infiltrated by the girls showing their titties. And the clowns going, we agree with everything you say. Yes, yes. Can't make this up. Well, Manosphere gotta start from scratch now. All right, you guys. This is hilarious. We knew that was gonna happen. I predicted that. I said 3, 2, 1. I already knew that was gonna happen. That's what happened to a lot of organizations and movements, which is why females, for the most part, females, women should not be a part of men's rights groups. That is the fucking issue. Be like, oh, it's men's rights organization. Get the pamphlet called, oh, ain't no funding. Oh, I already knew that, though. I just checking the temperature. I knew that. I knew that part. Yeah, it can't be a part of it. And that's why people generally just speak about policy without having to go, oh, it's gender wars. No. Everyone plays their role in this personal responsibility and accountability. And you know this, man. Oh, boy. That's a crazy thumbnail right there, darling. Rob said B1, B2, B3. And he said Tyler Perry. This is hilarious, y'all. All right. I hope I made you guys laugh because that's why I'm here. I'm here to be your jester and your handmaid's tale, that is. How's that for, what's the name of that movie? What's the name of that movie with the numbers? Oh, okay, girl. Okay. I sure want to see that. Saying flued me out. I just want to be fly out 50 Cent. I was a real woman. Y'all gonna tell my baby 50 Cent I say online como estas. I don't know who his girlfriend is, girl. Friend, have fun with the 50. Irv like 50 get all the girls. You better believe it, Irv. Let me go back to Team Rob. I like when he said Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry. Why you put Tyler Perry in that MJ crying face? Michael Jackson gonna not Jackson, Jordan gonna kick y'all ass. He say y'all niggas make him fucking sick. Why y'all use his face as the fucking crying emoji? I had to keep my ass too, Mike. That shit was funny. Mike's face looked cute with the little crying emoji. Tyler Perry delaying the inevitable with his black son. And then more people need to learn social humor. That's why I get up here, I act goofy or whatever, and I'll be really concerned if I got flyaways. No, I don't want to get flued out, T-Sipper. What the fuck, your girl? I was a woman. Let's see. Who else? What else is going on in these YouTube streets, y'all? And there's a way people can do things in a tasteful manner, but they choose not to. Where Ashley Armand at? Hey, do we need to put an APB on Armand motherfucking no rapping, no beat motherfucking wiggy wiggins? Can't you see, boy? You need some motherfucking beats. You heard me. Oh, boy, not even Barty C can save you. Yeah, it's okay. You can be a Barb and a Tweety Bird. Cause what did Barty C call her fans? Her sheeps. She bad. Cardi B love that boy. I know you did, girl. I know you did. Yeah, tell Ashley Armand wiggy motherfucking Wiggins. He could be a motherfucking part-time Barb and he can be a fucking part-time Tweety Bird, basically. Stop capping and stop hating. Don't hate on the queen, darling, before you end up on a diss track. I'm just kidding. We don't drill. We just check the list. We add names and check the list twice. And what's that shit Hollywood Unlocked? I'm finna put Jason Lee back on the fucking chopping block on Friday. I gotta rewind that motherfucking tape, you heard me? Rewind that episode. Oh, y'all go and see if y'all can go and harass DJ Damage on motherfucking IG. Stalk his ass like they was stalking the queens. You heard me. Okay, so yeah, y'all, we gonna put this on Friday. Jason Lee said he is going off. He said sue. We don't know if the bitch is real or fake. You know, Jason Lee be capping, y'all. So we could take what he said with a motherfucking grain of salt or whatever. He said Wendy Williams was capping. We was like, both of y'all might be capping. Like, we don't know what's happening. All right. And then Jason Lee sound like Joe Rogan. Chris Pratt is my friend. Jason Lee go, I'm famous, bitch. I'm famous, but bitch, I'm famous and I'm humble. How you know you? I knew he was gonna slip the word humble. Bitch, you is not humble, boy. Get off the gas and stop motherfucking capping, Jason. Okay. Oh, let's see what Jordan Tower is doing, because I know that he's sitting up there. Boy, why you just pull up on DJ Khaled? Is you scared? Give my 2 steaks, my 5 steaks. Khaled took you 10 years. Khaled need to throw you about 10, at least 10 steaks. But why did you do a job, sir? Why did you record without getting your 2 steaks? Because you thought it was going to be all good in the neighborhood. You got me fucked up, baby. I'm going to need you to run me my money. You heard me? Like Lucy did. You heard me? I am talking about. Y'all got to reel that show in. Reel that show in. I love Lucy dummies. I'm tell you what I'm gonna do. Oh, you ain't talking about nothing, baby. Oh, you ain't talking about nothing. Oh, y'all see my baby Drake? Y'all see my baby? Y'all see my baby Drake? Oh, Jordan started talking about Marshawn Lynch or whatever. We know he was going back to jail. That's why I be telling y'all they don't have no Deion Sanders, y'all. So y'all gotta sit up there and y'all better get some handlers. Y'all really need some help, y'all little NBA and NFL boys. And I was retired. So, and even if I wasn't, I already know how y'all too fast for me. Y'all are too fast. So I'm gonna take my earrings off real quick. My ears big than a bitch, y'all. Y'all too fast for me. I knew that boy Marshawn was going back to the boy, stop drinking and driving. That is not becoming, son. He was talking all that shit about politics, so you should have been concentrating on Road to Sobriety, RTS. That's the mission. See, that's why I be telling people I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm an advocate, but that's the mission, Marshawn Lynch, and hopefully you learn your lesson, sir. And why are people always giving Marshawn Lynch a pass for being obnoxious? People's like, it was cute. I know she have to be a liberal. Oh, that was cute when he digged in a cake and went beast mode. That is not becoming. If you're at an event and if you're touching the cake, how the hell everybody else supposed to eat the cake, Marshawn? How the hell is what's that? Oh, Marshawn. I say Marshawn. How in the hell are people supposed to eat the cake? Eat the cake, anime, eat the cake? No. And then the guy was like, it was so cute. See, that's why individuals need to have their feet held to the fire. So I'm watching this old clip, and it was like the best of Marshawn. That was the best of Marshawn. I hate to see the worst in. He just looked at the cake and was like, I'm just gonna stick it in because it's my cake. That's being a man boy. And even if it was your event and you were being honored, that don't mean you turn around like the fucking Grinch who stole Christmas and just like put your paws in a cake. Not how are people supposed to eat it. That's gross. Whew. Is that how y'all doing y'all parties out there? I don't want to go. And I truly don't want to go, period. Yeah, Marshawn Lynch arrested. He's probably out. He got that NFL fuck you money. He got that National Fuckboy League. That he got that national football money. You heard me. So he can just be like, get out. Hopefully he slept it off. You need to be fine, sir. And you're probably gonna be fine. You need to be fine, not by the NFL, because the NFL need to just go ahead and let other people do their job sometimes. And you also probably need to just go ahead and donate to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, sir. I'm surprised Matt didn't come out for your ass. That could have been Texas. That could not have been Texas. Like, seriously, Marshawn Lynch, what kind of example are you setting for those who are coming behind you, sir? Just because you, or I think he's retired, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. If you're retired, and you get to turn up, sir, but sir, you could have ordered someone to drive you around, chauffeur you, like, come on, Marshawn. And he have a nasty attitude, y'all. I don't know if that's how. I don't know if he's from Seattle, but most of them do. It's not all like that, and I'm just like, why? Cause does Marshawn Lynch feel entitled? Do we have to talk about that again? One more again. Setting a bad example for the young boys that are coming behind you, fucking up their contracts, losing their fucking sponsorships, losing the deals. Make it make sense. Told you this was bigger than Trump. And Kanye's still going on. And boy, at this time, you and P just beat him up. Kanye get a cool plus 2. Just beat P Davis up. Go ahead, celebrity boxing match. And that's the proper term to use. So you're not advocating violence. Can we get Kanye and Pete? Pete is gonna run like a little bitch. Pete gonna be like, no. He gonna be like Stewie. No, I don't want to fight. Kanye, I don't care if it's real or fake. If you want to earn your points back from the girls and talk is cheap and crowns and tea with him and greatly, beat Pete up. Because Pete think he be slick on SNL. Boy, you are not safe at a barbecue. Matter of fact, you're not invited. Can we have a celebrity boxing match? Kanye versus Pete Davidson. That's going to be the Q&A on Friday, and we're really going to get into it, too. Kanye want to set up and show that he a gangster. You want to say free Meech. Meech ain't free yet, boy. Meanwhile, everybody... Kanye got POWs over there. Look, you talk about them saying free Larry Hoover or whatever. Somebody needs to be free because these boys need to get some act right now. Act right. Fatherless America. Kanye's like, I'm a free beat me. We ain't said shit. Oh, catch up, Kanye. Catch up, darling. Yeah, but Kanye want his black card right. He want that strike. He want that strike back for interrupting a girl's business in a podcast, and you running around saying, "I know slavery was." Yeah, go and beat up Pete Davidson. That's what your mission is. Okay, now you got a task. Go and beat Pete Davidson up, celebrity boxing match, and I'm gonna put my cause Kanye got a lot of shit underneath his belt. Like he done been through the fire. I got my money on Kanye. Where y'all putting y'all money at? Oh yeah, beat Pete up. Pete gonna be running. He gonna be running like Martin. Oh, I'm finna go to Africa. Bye, Pete. Take the passport, niggas with you. Take the clowns with you. I don't care if it's real or fake. Somebody need to knock Pete out. I'm just kidding. Leave Pete alone. But that'd be good for the culture, though, for Pete to sit up there and throw them say so. Let me see if you could say, you know how people always talking shit on SNL. Can y'all really back it up? Like Will Smith, he with Slapgate, was it real or fake? Let the audience be. Let them decide. All right, Pete. He was like, I see witches. I see, you don't see no witches, babe, because you're not my type, darling. Pete Davidson. All right, y'all. Ain't nothing interesting going on. The politicians are bored. I'm bored. Inflation caused by bad policy out of Washington. Yeah, Washington State, not Washington, D.C. D.C. done sent the memos, Mr. Kemp. We'll get back to that probably tomorrow. We having fun on Waking Wednesday, sir. Mr. Governor. GOP politicians want to punish women. Now that's absolutely absurd, Camilla. Go back to the drawing board. Felita Hannah Poole is my target. All right. So Camilla, you speaking word salad. We're not saying we don't belong to GOP because we are independents. Like the GOP don't want no slaves. They never wanted slaves. So I know y'all didn't think because we didn't vote Democrat that we'd be like, all right, do we have a home on this? GOP don't have nothing for us Negroes. Nothing but policies, laws, and rules, and regulations and guidelines. And that's all. And some low gas prices, please. Yeah. Oh yeah, Camilla, we're gonna get back to you, Mrs. AKA. She said when unions are strong, America. What kind of union, ma'am? Real ones or fake ones? Because we know. Stop it. Stop, Miss Diamonds and Pearls. Stop it. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope Team Rock come to the YouTube streets more often because he's so funny. He be B1, B2, B3 or whatever. I said, I thought you was going to talk about IVD. Then I sit up there and talk about the fake stuff or whatever. And then Team Rock said, I'm finna go and drive my trucks and cruising down the highway. Come back, Team Rob. Come back. Classes in session. Team Rob is something like a polygamist or whatever, except for he's not married or whatever. He said rolling down a smoking, sipping on. And then he said, we don't love them hoes. I was like, oh, Rob. And disclaimer, I've never met Team Rob. I think he's a hilarious pro-black is what he called himself or whatever. He's a little different from the hoteps because he don't be out here be like, you need to give me a donation or whatever. The girls just throw the money at him and they just be like, you so sexy, Team Rob. And we like the beard and oh, we think you sexy chocolate. And they just throw the money, huh, Cynthia G? Cynthia be like, let's get back to business talking about these Beckys. Cynthia know herself talking about them Karens and them Beckys, baby. All right, look at Mr. Kemp. Get your Washington, D.C. or Washington State, sir? Because Washington, D.C. have been sending out memos since 2014 before Obama left, sir. And it was like, fuck the Capitol. And I'm being serious. That's what they said. It was like, fuck Obama, fuck the Capitol. And Obama ain't finna do shit. And he really did. And they just kept sending memos. And Obama was like, all right, you guys, this is not red state. It's not a blue state. It's America. It's the United States. Not about Republicans, not about Democrats. And he did this long speech. They didn't give a fuck. They snoozed. And now we want war. All right. Where's Barack at, y'all? When y'all see Barack, let me know. So I could be like, oh, he's still here, sir. But a few more corrective actions to go, but we still here. All right, you guys, I'm about to wind down. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm about to dive into these YouTube streets or whatever. I'm gonna check out your favorite influencers. I'm gonna check out your favorite rapper, Mr. Champagne Poppy. We're about to sit up there. The queens ain't doing nothing today, so the unicorn, the barbs is just gonna be on sleep mode. The barbs be on sleep mode, then they're gonna be pop up probably at the end of the week and be like, I woke up like this. That's what the barbs gonna do. I'm just making an educated guess. The beehives must be, oh, they don't have haters. The beehives just probably, they doing something, y'all. When they quiet like this, it's gonna be something major. So I'm thinking, I don't know if something's gonna drop, but I don't know. I don't have the tea on the beehives, but y'all, finna dive into the YouTube streets, whatever, pull the curtains back, dive into some more ish or whatever, and next week should be jumping. Next week should be jumping. All right, let's see. We're finna pull up on Foxtrot. Let's see what they're doing this morning. Apparently, they are a fucking dictatorship. I don't care if that was real or fake. It was very disgusting. And Beto, Beto who, darling? Like, ew. Exactly. All right, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful Wacky Wednesday. It's also Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. All right, and I'm trying to do so many things. I'm trying to check messages, look at this device, make sure I didn't leave any rock unturned. And as I've stated, just to do another recap for the third time, there are going to be 2 videos or more dropping today at about 6 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be very brief for those who have a very low attention span, darling, because you know I tend to drag it on and on and on and on and on or whatever. Well, now I got a jet. This has been an exclusive edition of Crowns and Tea with your favorite, oh, excuse me, with your favorite mean girl, your fabulous, most sweetest tech princess, Emmy Greatly. Proudly suspended and permanently banned from Twitter. Now I got a jet. Bye.